If you're going through a mid career crisis and feeling like you've lost touch with who you are, it can be overwhelming. And I think that this is particularly difficult when you know that something or some things really need to change, but you're so lost and have lost touch with who you are, whether that be professionally or personally or both, that you really have no basis for making solid decisions. So, today, let's talk about how you can reconnect with yourself and find clarity when you're facing an identity crisis in mid career. Welcome. I'm Jeanette, the North Dawn coach. And here on my channel, I share from my professional expertise and my personal experience to help 50 plussers as we navigate careers in life. So, thanks for joining me today. So, let's dive into what you can do when you've lost yourself a bit in this career stage. But first things first, I think it's really important to acknowledge that feeling lost is a natural part of a big transition or big transitions, and an identity crisis in your career. That often happens when your work no longer aligns with who you feel you are, or maybe how you've defined yourself by your job for so long. And now you're maybe a bit unsure about who you are, outside of the particular job and the job title. It's okay to feel confused. This is today your chance to take a pause, reflect a bit, and dig dipper, um, dig deeper into what really matters to you now, because you know we all evolve over time. So it's okay to be at this transition point. So, what's the next step? Well, the next step in reconnecting is to reconnect with your values. So, you want to ask yourself, what do I care about today? What is exciting to me at this point? Who do I want to be? And who do I want to be not just at work, but who do I want to be in life? Sometimes an identity crisis happens because our core values have really shifted, but our career hasn't kept up with that shift. Or it might be that our career has shifted away, and it's shifted us away from our core values. I know for myself, that's a bit more of what I experienced. So as I've gotten older, it's become more and more important to me, or at least more obvious to me. Maybe it was always important, but it's become more apparent to me that I need to see evidence that my work is having a positive effect for other people. I want to know that um, really that what I'm doing is going to make a difference for somebody else. And it doesn't have to be big. I just, could be small things that make a difference. That is really important to me. I also know that I get frustrated if I think that my work effort, is in service to bureaucracy, to politics, and uh, maybe we'll just call it organizational people pleasing. So, as my work shifted more toward the bureaucratic and really less towards the kind of individually impactful work, I experienced a real distancing between my core values and really my everyday experience of work. And that distancing really was disorienting for me. And so it had the effect of making it difficult for me to, make decisions about my career, not trajectory, but my career direction, the next steps in my career. Maybe this is similar for you. So I'd suggest really a very simple exercise, and that is think about and write down what are the top 5 values that matter most to you right now. And by values, I mean things like it could be creativity or freedom, impact, maybe balance. Um, Sometimes it's hard to have those kind of values categories just flow through your head. So I'll put a list of values. There's lots out there that you can search for, but I'll put a link in the description box if that helps you kind of shake up going through this exercise. But once you've identified your top 5 values, then take a look at your job, your career, and ask yourself, okay, are they aligned? Are Is the work that you're doing aligned to those top 5 values for you? And if you find that the answer is no or kinda, in other words, it's not a resounding yes. Well, what are some of the changes that you could make to get those your work and your values in sync? Here's the thing that's I think relieving, maybe exciting about this, and that's that you don't necessarily have to make big changes at this point. In fact, it's really all about experimenting with some smaller things. Um, to see about getting, into better alignment. So you could think about, all right, well, are there different tasks that you could take on? Maybe there's different projects at work that would be in better alignment for you. Maybe you could experiment outside of work in things like your hobbies to help maybe uncover a different side to yourself. Start by really thinking about the small changes that you can take on. Maybe it's volunteering, maybe it's a new challenge at work. Um, Maybe it's just taking something off the back burner, like a project for yourself, a passion project, so to speak, that you've already always wanted to do. Maybe take that on outside of your work. This is really an exploratory phase. And it's all about learning who you are beyond your current job, beyond the bounds of your current career. And it's that the real opportunity is you might find that your true identity is more about maybe the impact that you make or the people that you help or the passions you follow than about a particular specific job title. And maybe that's a change from where it was in the earlier phases of your career. You know, an identity crisis definitely can be and probably is unsettling, but it's also a chance to really redefine who you are on your own terms. So don't be afraid to explore, to experiment, and to realign your work uh, to more about your true self. Because you do have the power to get out of this fog, out of this overwhelm, out of this uncertainty, and you do have the ability to chart a different course at this point. So much for that cheerleading there. But I really do thank you for watching. I'd love for you to let me know in the comments what you're identifying as your top 5 values. I'd love to have a conversation there. I'd also ask that as I grow this channel and get the word out to other people, it's really helpful when you like the video, when you subscribe to the channel. It helps get the word out to others. So thanks for joining me. I do come back twice a week with new videos. On the weekend, I like to do a little bit of a reflection video around things that I'm learning. And in the middle of the week, I like to drop a video like this one where we dive into different topics related to mid-career. So thanks for joining me today and have a wonderful next few days. We'll see you soon. Take care.